and welcome to a brand new episode of Black, White, and Red All Over. I'm Victor Dandridge.
Ryan Seymour.
My apologies if I sound like a Yeti. I'm coming fresh off of Wizard World Chicago, and it was a loud show. It was very boisterous, a lot of talkie-talkie on my behalf. So I sound a little like I'm choking on rocks. And I might be, actually. That's, that happened. I was just sharing an anecdote.
Yeah, and I sound like someone who subsists on Dayquil and Mountain Dew, so we've got that going for us.
I do believe in the hood they call that lean in some sort of way. I think that's actually a hood drink. So, you'd be right as rain down in Nolan. So, don't even worry about that.
Very good. Got that going for me.
You're like, yeah, I know I'm gangster. Rye style, baby.
Yep.
What? Rye core all day.
Yeah, have I told you a story about the IRS and that? Okay, I'll tell you later.
Yeah. Okay. So,
but it's a real thing.
Maybe we won't be putting out this episode. We'll find out. All right. So, I thought we had some suggestions, and then I couldn't find them.
Yeah,
I
the same. I just went rogue.
Yeah, I did, man. I did. I was like, you know what? I can pick good
I couldn't
books.
find them either, so I apologize if
stuff.
there's any tweets.
Yeah, we apologize.
Yeah.
We were tired. And we had a situation like you actually had like a bunch of books that are like kiboshed.
Yeah, we had a couple of our 60-pound boxes from Diamond get jacked up. I don't know if it was UPS, I don't know if it was Diamond, but massive damages.
What kind of work do you have to put in to damage a 60-pound box?
I'll post photos on Twitter.
Oh.
It's pretty.
I don't know if you should, man. That's brutal. That's brutal. I hate to see that done to books.
After reading A Walk Through Hell, I don't know that.
You know what?
The bar for brutal has been set.
You make a good point there, sir. All right, so what all do we have here? We've got A Walk Through Hell, which we both did, right? What else we got?
Scarlet.
Yeah.
I diverged and went Beyonders, and you went.
I went Power Rangers Shattered Grid #1.
Yes.
So I'm going to step out on a limb and say that we reserve A Walk Through Hell for last.
I'm good with that.
Okay.
I'm good.
Where do you want to start? Do you want to start with Scarlet since we both did that one?
Actually, talk to me about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers.
I will talk to you about Mighty Morphin Power Rangers because, okay, so out of everything that I read that's in the acrylic here, that was the one true comic booky story. That's the one that's like superhero oriented and freaking amazing. Okay. It has become a thing to take a show and continue ideas that didn't happen on the show in comic book form. Buffy's done it. Firefly's done it. I believe this is Boom Studios' iteration of doing this with Power Rangers. Okay. So what we had was the Lord Dracul whole storyline. So there was an evil version of Tommy that was basically murderizing all the other versions to get absolute power. Like it's basically the one, but with Power Rangers. And he succeeded.
Which is amazing.
But like once he succeeded, he took this like ultimate power and basically created a brand new world that infused all the other Rangers into it, and they worshipped him as Lord Dracul. Like he was the one.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. So this is the issue that seems to pick up after that and will set the tone for this new wave of Power Rangers.
Oh, awesome.
That's almost all I can say without spoiling anything.
Okay.
Other than if this was just even an animated episode, it would be my favorite episode of all time.
Because
of all time.
The readers that we've got for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers tend to skew 20s and 30s and early 40s.
Yes.
So it's being written for us, fans from when we were younger,
right?
But with like a more mature kind of darker bent to it.
Man, I'm telling you, this was tiptoeing real close to the '86 Transformers movie scale of storytelling.
That was like one of the first scenes in. Yeah.
Do you feel what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like it was really close to this. Really, really close to this. Actually, let me see who wrote this. Higgins did the writing, and the Niculo and Galindo did the artwork. So I knew I was gonna mess it up, so I had to write that down. But again, like you can't help but hear some of the characters in their voices. Obviously, you'll hear better whichever Power Ranger set is your Power Rangers. Mine was Mighty Morphin. It is what it is. Tommy's the best Ranger of all time. Green Ranger for life. White Ranger is second. Red Ranger sucks. I said it. I'll say it again to your face. This was dope.
Nice.
This was dope.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm probably going to go home and watch the YouTube video of the little trailer that they had starring Jason David Frank as Tommy Oliver.
Yeah, he's going to be in a Valiant thing, isn't he?
Yes, he is. Well, he currently is in it. But then is not in it. So here's the crazy thing. So they did this piece where he's Bloodshot.
Yeah.
Well, now they're doing a movie.
Mhm.
He's not in the movie. Yeah, it's Vin Diesel that's in the movie.
Okay.
Right? Like, you're like, okay. The thing is, like, with this change, I'm like, okay. Jason David Frank as Ninja K, though.
I could live with that. That would be pretty cool.
That would be my follow-up.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping, I'm putting that into the ether. If
Yeah.
he's not gonna be Bloodshot,
Yeah.
let his martial arts, come to fruition with
Yeah.
Ninja K. So let me just put that out there.
Pretty
We'll
awesome.
see. Yeah. So
These
you, sir.
Beyonders.
Yes.
Number one, AfterShock. Jenkins and Claire. Now,
Okay.
Now we had Paul out last year, 2028 or 2017.
17. Yeah.
Did a signing at the shop.
Right.
Was amazing.
I love him.
And so this book is the story of a teenager about to graduate high school,
Okay.
but super deep into conspiracy theories, ancient aliens, all that kind of stuff.
Okay.
And it speaks to me because
I was gonna say, like, this is you as a
Yeah,
teenager.
yeah,
Like,
it's
that's
me as a
basically what it is. Yeah.
I'm flashing back to the first time I read Chariots of the Gods, and I'm like, oh, this is the truth.
Yes.
So he's convinced of all these things,
Right.
and his life takes a very pivotal turn when he finds out not that they're all real, but he's a part of something larger.
Oh.
So there's like like special forces.
Okay.
There's a corgi that talks. Yeah,
Talking corgi.
yeah. Which now I understand why you were talking, Paul. If you're watching, because clearly you're watching. When you were talking about a corgi and like some kind of like prop thing, I now understand what
Now
you were
you get
talking
it.
about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's
Like,
amazing.
he fed you a seed,
And
and
I
now
didn't
he
know.
just grew into a whole
Yeah.
plant.
And it's
upon reading
amazing.
the book. Okay.
And one of the other things that's in it, and I
Right.
could be wrong, but there is some kind of coded message in there. Like panels will have different letters or
Right.
symbols, and that's going to drive me nuts.
Yeah.
Paul,
Okay.
because I'm gonna,
Wait. Let me jump in on this one. When he realized that this was the case, I've never seen a man shatter so hardcore in my life.
because I'm going to have to figure it out.
Because he's like, no, there's a puzzle here. We don't have time. Like,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah,
amazing.
So I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to
Okay.
take my time.
Okay.
And if you guys pick up a copy and read it, and you figure out what the coded message is, comment below with it, please.
But do so without it being a spoiler. Challenge.
Oh yeah, that'd be tough.
That's right. Talk around it if you can,
Mhm.
if you dare.
Yeah.
Unless it's Paul Jenkins, then he can
And then
just say
you
whatever
can
he wants.
you can say whatever you want.
wants.
It's cool. You gave us a.
Yeah.
The corgi has an eye patch.
That's dope.
Like how BA is that corgi?
Listen, it makes sense to me, especially being that Paul Jenkins is he's responsible for the first time I ever had Guinness beer. Yeah.
There you go.
Absolutely true. Wizard World Chicago, actually. Literally. Like this.
Oh,
This is so full circle.
Yeah.
It was Wizard World Chicago, I think, like 2003.
Okay.
And he beat me in pool by dropping the 8-ball on the break. He felt bad and bought me a Guinness.
Well, that's
I mean, he's such a gentleman.
yeah.
He killed me, though, but it's such a gentleman about it. Because I was just like, oh, what is that? He's like,
Get you a
skills. Drink up. This series sounds fun.
Yeah.
Based on your reactions.
Yeah,
Like
it was
listening
super-
to you read it
Yeah.
was hilarious.
Yeah, it was super fun. It was like an action movie for like, but starring a teen. It's got like seriously, if you're into all the, like Sasquatch and ancient aliens and
Right.
stuff, pick it up
Aliens.
because everything that he's talking about is stuff you already know.
Okay.
And you're
Okay.
like, okay, yeah, it was that. So
If it's an action movie,
Mhm.
who would you cast as the main character right now?
oh,
Yeah, that's right. That's right. I did that to you.
that's tough.
What you gonna do?
That's tough.
Okay. I tell you
Maybe
what.
Taryn? I don't know. That's
Oh.
maybe.
You guys got to read it.
Yeah.
If you read it,
Mhm.
who would you
Yeah,
cast?
comment below.
There you go. That's see,
That's
look, no
good stuff.
spoilers.
No
There we go.
spoilers.
All right. Scarlet,
Yes. Yeah. Walk through hell has to be.
certainly last.
Yeah.
Scarlet number 1. It's Bendis,
Yep.
Alex Maleev, Jinx World title.
Yep.
So I'm very glad
Yep.
that I read the little blurb
Because
of the front and
otherwise,
side cover.
otherwise,
You'd have no idea what's going on. The setup for this is a series.
Yeah.
As a writer, I have dabbled in the notion of just jumping into stuff.
Yeah.
Repeatedly, but I've never skipped. Like this is like skipping Fellowship of the Rings and going straight into the Two Towers and being like, now go.
Yeah.
Like I gave you a brief little. This happened. and then we're
Yeah.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Book 2.
Hobbit's ring, some weird knife, go.
Yeah. That's a lot to take in, man.
Yeah, because if you just pick this up and you don't have frame of reference, you haven't read the earlier Scarlet stuff, which came out on, I think, Icon Press, you're gonna be like, okay, so this person's talking.
So this
herself
is a carryover because I thought it was.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's new material, but it's, I think, just
from
picks
that
up.
series.
Yeah, that's what my gut tells me.
Because I'm like, holy crap! Like this is a lot of information.
Yeah.
That you're just starting a series with.
Yeah.
To know that there's other stuff makes me feel better.
Yeah.
Okay.
But if you don't know that stuff, you're like, what happened to Portland?
Right. Like,
did the Trailblazers finally win?
Is that what it is? You figure that's what happened?
Yeah.
No,
the
the
U.S. government stepped
The
in.
Supersonics came back and they were like, "We're taking over." Seattle now has engulfed all of Portlandia, but the Trailblazers fought back, and no, yeah, because the setup is
Clyde
like
Drexler comes back to as like the grizzled veteran.
gliding on him. Yeah, because it's okay. The setup is that this woman was shot down via police brutality, but she survived. Her lover didn't.
Yeah,
and she filmed all the stuff that happened, all the corrupt actions, and like showed it to the world.
Yeah.
And consequently, the United States was like, "Forget you, Portland. We're cutting you off. You're on your own."
Yeah. So Portland is its own city-state, but like they've gone to they've blown up bridges.
Right.
It's
like Dark Knight Rises meets Portlandia.
Yeah. It's just that.
Which you can really only write if you live there. Like I think like if Bendis didn't live in Portland, Portland should riot over such a thing.
Yeah.
Like, how are you just gonna talk about us like this, man?
Like, we're a good city.
Hey, we've got good food and there's scenery here.
Yeah.
Lots of hipsters. Don't do this to us.
Don't.
This is an interesting book. It's very.
It's weird because there is no. I mean, there is a fourth wall, but it's broken so badly that it just doesn't exist.
Doesn't
anymore.
exist. Okay, so that I definitely noticed. There's a difference in terms of who is being spoken to with the design of the balloons.
Yep.
And at first, like I letter my books, so that actually took me out for a second. I'm like, why is this different?
Who's what?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Like, what is this? So it's a very interesting sort of thing that you got to catch,
'Cause
roll
otherwise,
with.
It's kind of
It'll lose you.
Yeah.
It'll lose you. It's very well paced though.
Yes.
Like for something as me coming in totally blind.
Yeah.
It's very well paced because I very quickly got it.
Yeah.
And that was cool.
Mhm.
It's a very self-aware book too.
Yeah,
which I like.
And the beats all were right, and then so at the end, it didn't feel like it was too short, didn't feel like it was too long.
Right. It felt just right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't even think about it.
Which is weird because I was like, okay.
Right. You're just like, next episode, done deal.
Yeah.
Oh wow, this is very Netflix binge worthy.
Yeah.
This is the first episode. Oh damn it! It sucks that we're not gonna have that.
Were you doing it?
Yeah, we're totally filming.
Oh my god. I am so sorry.
Oh, and that's what happens when you film live at a comic shop, ladies and gentlemen. That is so awesome. Love you, Lou. Love you. Your T-shirt's amazing. It's gonna be famous now. Please don't edit that out. That was amazing.
That was amazing.
That was dope. I don't even remember what we were talking about just now. Scarlet is good.
Yeah.
That's it. Bottom line, check it out. It's friggin' sweet. So
Hit up your LCS. There should be potentially trade paperbacks and hardcovers collecting the previous stuff. That might be in transition with the switch over from Marvel to DC.
True.
So,
Was that part of the Icon line? Is
Yeah.
that what it is? Okay.
Yeah, so hopefully
Gotcha.
that gets cleared up and
Right.
they become readily available again.
Yes, indeed.
No.
Okay. Come on, man. We got to do it.
I
We
need
got to
some
do it. We got to do it.
Maker's Mark to mix into this dude. This, all right, Walk Through Hell, Garth Ennis,
Yes.
Suzuka. I just use the description you gave earlier because it's just if Clive Barker.
Yeah. If Clive Barker wrote Law and Order, is where we are with this. To a degree, like one could say, like if Garth Ennis did it, but while Garth speaks to us in the comic book world, I don't know if he speaks to the global voice. Clive is. We know Clive is he's the purveyor of messed up stuff.
Yeah.
Garth is too, but not necessarily as well known outside of what we do. Like we consume this, we know. Like, I almost know Ennis's stuff better than I know Clive Barker's. I'm not gonna lie. I consume more of Ennis's stuff, but world at large.
Yeah.
Needless to say, Dick Wolf wouldn't want no parts of this.
Yeah.
That would be too messed up for him.
Because it makes True Detective season 1 look like clown shoes. It wasn't.
There's a
clown shoes.
PBS special.
Yeah.
As narrated by Mr. Rogers.
Yeah.
This one, the storytelling bounces around in a way that keeps you properly disjointed.
Yeah.
Because you gotta keep track of what's happening. It's not a linear story.
Yeah.
And there is a reveal that made Ryan cry. Even if he didn't drop tears like before we filmed, he will tonight after he remembers it at like 3 a.m.
Yeah, no, I'm actually a little bit concerned about a nightmare. I'm not even kidding. Because, all right, so where we pick up is once again, there's these 2 detectives,
right,
FBI agents, and they're trapped in this warehouse where supernatural things are happening. They can't escape. I won't go into details about the different things. And so we're finding out about this case that they're working on, which led them to this point where they're trying to track down serial killers of children.
Yes.
And
pause. That's already terrifying. Okay.
Right? Like you don't need more.
Don't need more than that. That's not even the supernatural piece, but knowing that there's a supernatural part after that. Okay, keep going.
So through the process of the like backstory and flashback, that's how we're actually getting us up to speed to what's going on, which is gnarly because there's the 2 different stories and time periods going on. And you're starting to piece things together.
All of it.
So we pick up in this issue after the previous issue where they're interviewing a suspect and they think they've got this.
We got this guy. Like, put Stabler in the room. A confession is coming out.
And things don't necessarily, and without spoiling anything, things don't go according to plan.
They don't.
Clearly, where they're at in the warehouse.
Right.
But when they're talking and they go and they investigate the house, the reveal Vic is talking about is like it makes 7
it's the worst situation possible.
Yeah.
It is definitely
it's delivered with such nonchalance.
Which is what makes it even worse.
Right,
That's what makes it worse. Because it's just so like, this happened. And you're like,
but
no, what that is terrible.
Yeah, because up until that point, everything had been theoretical in the story. Like it's stuff you'd been talking about in the story. That's the first time you're confronted with
right there in your face.
Oh,
right here.
Damn it, Garth.
Yeah, yeah.
So good, but at the same time.
Listen, I don't know if I would recommend this to many people. You got to have a strong fortitude for some dark stuff to deal with this one. I'll walk through. He's not lying with what this is.
No. Not at all.
No, okay. Are we saying that there is a correlation to Dante's Inferno with this? Is this like a level? Is this the Limbo level that we're talking? Because I mean, if this is Limbo is like at the start.
Yeah.
And Limbo is where the kids are. If this is Limbo, dude, I don't.
Oh shit!
I don't know, man.
Because each
that's what I'm saying. It'll get darker. It'll get darker.
Further into the different crimes and the Jiminy.
I'm just saying if that's there.
I'm still in, but
I just will have to read it like bright daytime, all lights on, and I need a cuddle bear. This might actually make me get like a support animal. I'm not gonna lie. This book is that dark. I might need a support animal.
Yeah. Because
what would you suggest would be my support animal? I'm just curious. Please comment below on what sort of support animal you think I would need to keep me happy-fied.
Yeah, and read that issue. And
nope. I mean, yes, but
that's the thing.
Have your support animal ready because you will need it.
No joke.
The shivers. The shivers. AfterShock, man, they do good things.
Yes,
they write great books. Creepy.
Yeah. Creepy. It's actually gonna haunt me.
I'm sorry.
It's just.
It's okay. It's okay. When the winter comes, I'm gonna get you that coat.
Oh.
And on that note, it's time for some honorable mentions. All right, so honorable mentions wise, we did the same with Rick and Morty versus Dungeons and Dragons, and then we defer. Yes. I did the Brothers Dracul, and you did Venom.
Yeah, Venom.
I need to hear about Venom. I do. I really, really do. Okay.
Yeah. Donnie Cates, Ramirez is doing the art.
Holy crap, that looks good.
Yeah, no,
Oh,
flip through
man.
it. It's it's Full Metal Jacket meets, I don't know, Predator in a way.
I would totally watch that. Oh my god.
So this takes place during the Vietnam War conflict, depending on what you want to phrase it, and Nick Fury has gotten a hold of some symbiote.
Oh my god.
And that led to S.H.I.E.L.D. testing the symbiote on humans to create super soldiers.
Oh my god.
And it leads to bloodshed, craziness, and Wolverine's involved.
I was going to say, we already see one well-known member.
Yeah.
How many different folks show up in this?
Thus far, only the 3. And like one of them, I believe, is a character that is in the ongoing Venom that Cates is also writing. This is brutal action violence Cates, not comedy Cates. But it is very, very good. It's almost too fast of a read, but yeah, very nice.
I get that.
Okay, like, dude, right? They've got that, and they're like monkeying around with it. Yeah. So if you're a fan of Venom, and
I have to admit, like when I first saw the solicitation for it, I was like, wow, that's clever.
Yeah.
But very. Like I don't know if I would want to go there.
Yeah.
Because it's one of those things where, in the Venom series, they allude to the notion that there have been symbiotes on Earth for a while, and I'm like, well, that kind of takes away from the history of what the black suit was and all that stuff.
Yeah. But like,
that's kind of cool though.
It makes sense because in the I think it was issue 1 where the guy's like, do you know what it likes to eat?
Right.
Do you know what its name is?
And you're like, wait, what?
Yeah.
And that's
we're going into it.
Dang it. That's good stuff. Brothers Dracul #5, Colin Bunn, Kolak on the artwork. Listen, man, this issue, it's where it does the pivot, it does the turn, and you love who they've been as children.
Yeah.
You get brought back into the current time of them as adults and seeing where you're like there's something that happened, something tore them apart.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, I think I got it. I think I know what it is. I think I know where things changed. Yeah. And man, it's like Bram Stoker, he like gave us like a blueprint. Yeah. This right here is just filling in everything that we didn't know, everything we didn't have. I gotta admit, like, don't mess with these guys. Brothers Dracul, they're not to be played with. Bodies will be left on the floor, and it won't be theirs. Bottom line, it won't be theirs. This is what it is. They do what they do out of love, for sure. Yeah. Rage, definitely. Yeah.
They've had a tough road.
I mean, it's been a path. Yeah. I'll admit that. Just don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. It's a bad way to go. But yeah, I love this book.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah. So Lou, who you guys saw earlier,
the fact that you stopped him from the camera.
He was like, "What? What do you mean?" So amazing. He suggested that we read this. Now,
see, I think we're going to do this for our
we're
Patreon
absolutely doing this for the Patreon spoiler one. So here's my open admission here. Mm-hmm. I've only recently, like within the last few months, got into Rick and Morty. So I'm not well versed on it. Yeah. The things I've seen, I've enjoyed. They're hilarious. Yeah. Absolutely claim to that. When it comes to Dungeons and Dragons, totally over my head. Like, I was not the gamer guy under any circumstance. Who knew?
This whispered to my soul.
But like, it spoke to me too.
Yeah.
But almost in a way where like, all of a sudden, I definitely became like Morty here, and I now think I understand how to play Dungeons and Dragons now.
He's a half orc rogue.
Look at it, it's amazing. Like, I think I understand this. Yeah. Like this gave me, this was like the Cliff Notes edition of Dungeons and Dragons, and wow, I can see like this would be a lot of fun. I would kick all dungeon masters' anus. Yeah. Bring it on. Yeah. I would write a campaign that you would never survive, and you would love me for it.
Troy Little's art is just amazing. It's so reminiscent of the show.
It's perfect.
And then the writers, Patrick Rothfuss.
Yes.
And Jim's
Up. Like, come on, man.
You guys have to have played D&D. Like you
can't fudge this.
you're in your mid 40s, because I think there was a monster manual in here.
Yeah.
That it was like that's the one with the
definitely.
It's amazing. Like the inside jokes for D&D.
It's just heavy.
Are just phenomenal.
It's heavy.
Like there's laugh out loud moments in it. It's,
oh man.
So good.
And what's crazy is IDW actually has a Dungeons and Dragons series coming out.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like.
Yep.
So, like or it's out.
Yeah.
Like apparently this has been out for a while.
Baldur's
Good grief.
Gate. Yep.
I'm totally gonna read these. Like, I am now intrigued by this whole phenomenon. Like, okay, let me be honest.
Mm-hmm.
The first time, there's no disrespect to the shop. The first time I was really like, maybe I should check this out, was watching Stranger Things.
Yeah.
The way the kids were playing and the notion of the Demogorgon, I was like, maybe I should check out what D&D is all about.
Yeah.
This, I'm like, I really should.
Oh yeah.
So like, if there's any like middle-aged start groups for D&D, like, can you reach out to me, particularly in Columbus? I mean, we can Skype it. I'm willing to do so, but
we've got space at the shop if you guys want to come and play.
teach me. I'm ready. I am ready. This was hilarious.
Oh
though.
yeah, and the fact that there's
Yes!
the character sheet
In the back.
for Rick's character, Alcazar the Magnificent.
I just had to make sure that like it was the same.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah,
yes.
it's the same.
Alcazar the Magnificent, level 36. Like, this is so dope.
This dude's amazing. So, yeah.
I wonder if this, because this is like a multiple part series here.
Mm-hmm.
Can you play as these guys?
I think. I'm looking at it. He's way overpowered.
Right.
But,
I mean, of course he is, but
oh wait, there was a variant cover that was like an actual character sheet. Son of goat.
wait, like for real?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a blank one.
Oh. All right, I know what I have to go find.
Okay, because I was gonna say, like, this is Morty's character
Yeah.
sheet, right? If this is Rick's essential, it correlates, yes.
Yeah.
So you could essentially play
Rick and Morty.
with this cover. You could play with both of
I
them.
think so. Yep, DMs.
Yep.
Your mission.
Yep. Write a campaign, please. Nice little summary. I need to see it. That's amazing, dude. That's fun.
pretty crazy.
That's so meta. That's so meta. I'm so impressed. The only thing that would make this even better is if there's an episode in some future season that deals with this.
Yeah.
Like that would just be like,
phenomenal.
I played that. Oh my god. Or it's like it's an episode where in order to watch it, it's a play to watch episode.
Oh.
You got to roll stuff, and that's what determines what happens in the episode.
That's pretty sweet.
You're welcome. I just threw that out there. Whatever. Direct to video. Whatevs.
Yeah,
Do it.
DVDs.
Make it happen. That would be dope.
Yeah, it's
actually.
very sweet. Yeah.
You got to go write something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'll be back.
I will keep you entertained with poetry by Pablo Neruda. My dog has died.
Never mind. Moment's on. I forgot.
See you next week.
As always, thank you guys for watching. If you're brand new to the show and to the channel, make sure you subscribe. Hit the bell so that way you get the constant notification so you can see us.
Quality programming.
Ho, 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 ho.
Like the last.
And maybe random people walking through the camera shot, because who knows?
Keep it classy.
That's right. That's how we do it.
Yeah.
Portlandia style.